like share whatever we remember, whatever things we have in hand, me and Ogniv, and try to help you. And we'll get any questions that you might have that can help you. We'll try to answer those as well. Uh, with that, Ogniv, if you want to add anything.
Yeah, Rishikesh, thanks for the introduction. And also thanks to Shreya for hosting the event and Nilanjay for inviting us. So a brief introduction about me. So yeah, like I graduated in 2023 from JU in CS, and post that I worked as a software engineer at Amazon. And currently I'm a student at Amazon. So as Rishikesh mentioned, we will be giving a brief about our journey to SIH and we'll also share our experience. Rishikesh, I think we can start.
Yeah, I'll quickly share my screen. Whatever details we have, uh, we will try to show you. Just a minute. Give me a moment.
Until Rishikesh is sharing, let me give you a brief about the Smart India Hackathon journey. So we were a team of, I think, 6 people. Currently, the other members are busy and so they are not able to join. So initially, there will be a college round where there will be a college SPOC. So he will take care of that round. And mostly in the first round, as far as I remember, we were asked to just give a high level architecture of what we are going to build. So in our case, our problem statement was for DRTO. We have to do something for the farmers. So we just gave a high level architecture and a 1 or 2 pager about what we are planning to build. So like other teams also submitted the same, and from our college, we were chosen as the winner and we proceeded to the national finals, which was held in Bangalore. Like for other problem statements, it will be held in different parts of India, but for us, it was held in Bangalore. So there, for our problem statement, there were 5 teams competing, and like for every problem statement, there will be around 5 to 6 teams only, and for every problem statement, there will be a winner. So that's a good part of it. And then yeah, so there you have to create what you had promised to build there, and present it to the judges. There were 3 judges, and after their what to say after their judgment, they will like choose a winner. Like it's
Yeah,
over recitation now.
sorry, I dropped due to some issue. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it's legal.
Yeah, so this is like, I think you people also had a session yesterday with Spoxer, I think. So you might know the overall flow, but you can just go to over to the Smart India Hackathon portal to understand. But I'll just give a brief. I think there will be an internal hackathon in JU within the, I think, 10 teams. At least our times, there were 10 teams that got selected for the like the finals or something. So there should be an internal hackathon, or if there are less than 10 teams, there will not be an hackathon. Every will by default will qualify for the event. So after the internal hackathon, the top 10 teams normally get selected, and then they actually upload, I think there should be like the problem statements. I think Ogni spoke a little bit about that. Key, there are multiple problem statements under multiple organization. There are some of the government organizations, some private organizations as well. And I think, yeah, top 5 teams are selected across each idea. There are, I think, distributed across some of the software ideas, some of them are hardware ideas. So like not just computer science or IT people or whoever is interested in software. Hardware solutions are also there. Like you can also propose some hardware related ideas and create some prototype around that. You can also build around that. So yeah, so after, I think, you get selected from the campus, there you have to, the portal will open, I think, this part, and then you have to, I think, create a very small prototype or a small description in like 4 or 5 slides about what your idea is, which problem statement you are submitting to. And then after then, I think for each problem statement, the SIH committee or SIH, whoever the judges are or panel are, they will select 5 ideas, 5 top ideas or 5 relevant ideas for each problem statement, and they will mostly be, I think, the screening ideas. And after the result publication and the top 5 ideas are selected, they will be proceeding to the finals. And then you get to visit, like there are multiple nodal centers across India. Like it will, I think it will not be a online event, it will be the final will be an offline event. uh, there will be multiple nodal centers. Some might be in, like at our times it was in Bangalore, so we had to travel from Kolkata to Bangalore to attend the event. Some of them can have in Hyderabad, Delhi, any other cities. I think there are multiple colleges or nodal centers where they are hosted. uh, so you need to travel if you are selected for the finals. And yeah, so I think mostly that's around the flow of it. I'll show you like the like this was, as I said, the for the initial screening round, you have to create a very small prototype of your idea. So this is kind of the thing that we created. So our problem statement was related to something around agricultural technology in agriculture or something around that. Forgot, I think, exact. It came under DRDO, but like our organization was DRDO, but problem statement was something around to involve in technology in agriculture. Exact problem statement I could not find. It might be here also, I'm not sure. But this was the initial screening thing that we submitted. So as you can see, you can have to be very precise and concise to show the details that you have, create a flow diagram of what you are building. Like this was we built in 2022. At that time there was no this Claude and Chat GPT and all this agentic AI things was not there. So now I think the expectation and the most many team will be very good with it. So you have to be use, I think, as much as you can this Claude or Codex or whatever. And so point being that here you have to be very precise with what you are showing, so that you can't, I think the at our times it was like the structure was 4 pages. You have to give all your details in the 4 pages. So we kind of gave the architecture, what front and back end things we used, our like the high level architecture of what each part does, idea approach, how it solves the problems, and team member details. Yeah, so this kind of, I'll share all this whatever we have handy with Niladri or some team. They can just forward to every one of you just to get a reference of this. So this is one part that you will initially I think build. Like initially will have I need to submit for selection, but after that you will if you get selected, then you will attend the event basically. So yeah, so this was the this part, when you submit your initial idea. Then in the finals also we build something around like this was our uh, end-to-end PPT. So I'll not go into the details of our exact idea, but I will share these details just for your reference, whatever you can get information, anything around this. So some pointers from my side will be key. Don't like where like we could not win. So some suggestions or some advice from our end will be key. I think our idea, at least we feel our idea was good, our implementation was also good, but we somehow did not prepare much on the presentation part of it. So probably our presentation lacked a bit, and probably our PPT was a bit lengthy. So we, as we had multiple features, we had something of AI based prediction, some slot booking meetings with different things. So we tried to show everything that we had. So the judges were did not have that much time. I think you get around 10 minutes or 15 minutes with the judges to show your entire idea. And you will be like in the nodal center in the finals. If you qualify, there will be you will be assigned a table where the entire team will sit, and they will like keep their project, and the judges will come over to your table to see, and like they will give their 15 minutes or 10 minutes. I'm not exactly sure of the time, but they will see and judge. So we could not, I think our presentation, we felt, as far as I remember, was not that good, although our product was good. So I'll suggest you to keep it small, like keep the overall PPT small, not very big, and keep a build your product good, and also try to have your presentation better. Like keep your presentation ready whenever the judges come. Have a very good presentation flow of what you have done, so that even if there is something lacking, the judges should not feel that. They should get an idea ki, you have built quite good in that. Yeah, I think Ukniv, if you want to add anything.
Yeah, like Rishikesh, you have summarized almost everything. One thing I would like to add, that is, so in the finals, what happened was there will be three rounds of evaluation. So in every round, the judges will come and also will like tell you to build something on the go. Like it will be around, I think, 36 hours or 48 hours you will get to build everything. So you have to implement those things also. So like be prepared to implement them as well. And at every round of evaluation, you have to show your demo to the judges. So like always like the build an app in such a way that it's working on every evaluation round. It's not that you were building something and at that moment that app crashed and the judges came. So at that round, you will like score very less, and overall, it will be like impacting your score by a huge margin. So evaluation will be at all three rounds. So remember that part.
Yeah.
And Rishikesh has already explained like don't make very lengthy slides. Keep the idea small, but like when the judges will come, like pitch it perfectly. They should be able to understand what you are trying to build.
Yeah, and like you can keep two separate slides. I'll suggest, if you want, if your idea is very big and you are covering a lot of things, keep one big. If the judges ask ki show us in detail, keep show that from the bigger PPT, and also keep a smaller PPT so that you can adapt to the situation. If let's say you have a very small time due to the like the host event, sometimes there is a time crunch or something there, so that you can have to show that in a very quick time. So you can keep a smaller PPT as well. So as you can see, we had created a quite lengthy, like I think 17, 20, 20, 24 slides. So it was quite big. I'll suggest keep maybe 15 slides or 13, 14 slides. Uh, so yeah, mostly that. And yeah, be ready like with whatever the judges asked, and that there will be three rounds, as also Agniv said, that you have to, they might suggest and some improvements. So there, it is not the expectation ki you will build the entire thing there within 48 hours. I think most of the people have already made something. They went there, and the judges might add some suggestions ki can we have this, can we build this on top of this, so that you can adapt, I think. But keep the basic structure. At least don't go with the expectation ki judges will think you have to build everything from scratch in that 48 hours or 36 hours or whatever. Have some basic things ready, and then anything that improvisation or anything the judges asks, you can do that. And yeah, with this, I think one suggestion from our end will be keep with this agentic thing, Claude and ChatGPT, everything. The expectation might be high. Now they might be asking you what is the agentic AI implementation is this. So that's the suggestion from us. If you can, if your idea, like whatever idea you were choosing, if that has the scope of implementing something like every like many other topics will be related to AI/ML nowadays, because there is highly high investment in those areas. So if you can have a AI related agentic related something incorporated in your idea, then that can be a edge. So just a heads up, this you are free to do like whatever your ideas suits. Yeah, I think mostly that we had that. I don't think we have much around other any other thing. So I'll we had these things like this was the final PPT. This was uh, the initial uh, prototype that we submitted for getting selected to the finals, and this was the high level architecture of the diagram. We'll share all these three with the team, and they can forward it to you. You can refer, but yeah, I think we are mostly wanted to share all these details only. So if you want have any questions, anything related to us, you can ask. I think.
Sir,
Yeah. Hi.
yeah, actually, my team is also taking part in SIH,
Yeah.
and I have two questions to ask mainly. Number one, what were the unexpected technical challenges you both faced during the whole SIH? And number two, what made your presentation stand out? As I have heard, judges check them in a very short interval of time.
Yeah, unexpected technical challenges. I think at our time there was no this AI thing, so we have to had to search all these things. There are multiple uh, frameworks that we used. Like there was to host meet. We had a feature of hosting meetings in our platform, so we used Twilio API and things. And so I think they don't give much access. There can be some enterprise like you need to take subscriptions. There's I think we took some free version, or even some AWS, or I think GCP we used for hosting the application. We use some credits. So I think you need to figure out a little bit here and there that what free materials or resources are available. You can use those. Mostly I think that was the technical challenge, and with this newer AI things, I think mostly it can help you solve, get an idea what resources are available and anything. And related to the presentation, I think yeah, that's what I emphasized, like keep a very small presentation, like keep yourself prepared for any situation there, so that your presentation, you can present whatever, even if you are given 15 minutes, 10 minutes or 5 minutes, you can just present the important aspects of your project. So have a good grasp of what are the important areas of your project, and be ready to present that. And yeah, I think mostly that should be would be my advice. Be prepared on the most important parts, and give them a like try to give them some demos, important parts of the demos that might attract the judges, might leave a good impression at the judges. Yeah, and if anything, Ogniv, you are to add.
Yeah, so
Okay.
regarding the technical challenges, one thing like since you will be using some external things like AWS or GCP, so just make sure that your app is like end-to-end connected using those things. Like for example, in our case, what happened was since like it was basically uploading an image and it will get saved to an S3 bucket. So because of some internet failure, what was happening is we discovered that the image was not getting saved to S3. So make sure that all these things are working because it's not everything is not happening in local machine. So since you are using external technologies, these things will impact your prototype a lot. It mentioned regarding the presentation also, like keep it small, don't make it 24, 25 slides. Just keep it 9 to 10 slides maybe. And like we also created some business implications and all. We remember that judges are interested in what business value we will make out of our prototype. Maybe most important features, the lesser ones you can just explain to them then and there. And yeah, like as every evaluation round will progress, they will ask you to build some new features. Just build it and keep on adding it as a slide in your final deck. Yeah, yeah. That would be my advice. Yes, Ayush, they can ask you to modify some feature, not on the spot, like in the first round of evaluation, they will say that I think this feature can also be implemented and it will help the clients. They will just come and check whether you did build it or not and how far it was, whether it was up to their expectations or not.
Yeah, I think Samrita's question for the internal hackathon depends actually in JU how they're uh, having, like how many teams there are, and what how many who are the judges, and who actually, I think there should be some prototype that you need to build, or else I think it will be difficult to judge, but I'm not sure. I think
Suggest from the initial round only you can try to build a prototype because what can happen is, let's say in your internal hackathon only like 10-15 teams are participating and one of them has just submitted a written doc and one of them has and 3 or 4 teams have built the prototype. Obviously, who is able to show the prototype as an extra edge, right? So in this way, I would suggest that everyone should try to build some prototype. And with this ChatGPT and Claude, it's easy nowadays. You don't have to spend like much time building technologies. It's just you have to write prompt and get it built.
yeah.
So yeah, whatever is the limit, you have to keep it within that only. Don't exceed. It can get straight away rejected.
Manushrija, that was just that new features and where that logic. Yeah, like I don't think they will suggest some breaking changes, like some like them like to completely change, but some enhancements only they will tell to do.
For
But
example, I am telling you, Manoj, in our case, one of the judges in the first round told us, like, since it was related to farmers, as I mentioned, in our app, they asked to build a feature that will also show the crop yield for that area so that farmers can plan beforehand what crop he or she should like plant there. So, like, it was just basic thing only. We had to just call an API and show it in the form of a table. Not very rocket science you have to build at that moment.
yeah, yeah, I think Sujoy, you can improvise, but try don't like if there is like don't try to go very off topic from the problem statement. I'll suggest. I think like the judges will like ask you like that might get a little negative. Try to what even if you are like, adding extra features, try to stick to at least to the problem statement. And if they are actually adding value to the problem statement, you can obviously add. But yeah, just be analyze that before adding any feature, that if at all they are adding any value or anything.
Sanu, coming to your question, so it's nothing about coding language or skill. You can build it using any one, like whichever you prefer. Like like all of us were more compatible with Node.js and React, so we built it using that. But you can also build it in Django or any other new technologies that you prefer. Or maybe you can just like nowadays building architecture is also very simple. You just can write a prompt and ask ChatGPT to build that architecture. So that would also suffice.
Yeah, Debarjo, I think 2 or 3 PS, I'm assuming their presentations. Uh,
Yes, I
uh,
think cloud fragrance.
the problem statements, okay. Problem statements, yeah, you can prepare, but try will suggest, because I think sir might have suggested to greater the possibility of selection, I think. But yeah, because if you are building 2 3, then your effort is also getting bifurcated and divided in across 3. So I don't really suggest to go beyond, I think, two, or maximum, if you want to, you can three. But if you, I think, better to stick to a good one rather than making three not that good. So try to, I'll suggest, put your effort into one or two at max, and try to build the best on those two, and submit those, I'll suggest. But yeah, that depends. That it depends absolutely on you. Like if you are confident across three and you have good ideas across three or four, obviously that increases the chance. But don't, prefer quantity over quality to have the good quality of what you are building.
No, Bhav, there is nothing like that. All PPTs will be evaluated. It's nothing selected randomly. Like it will depend on the stock, obviously. Like, but I think it will be fair process.
That, I think, that's where your innovation comes. I think the problem statements are not fully specific. Let's say, uh, I think there will be some vague something, like they will just give you the description and like what things you need to solve. Now your novelty comes around how you are like solving that. Uh, I think try to get some extra things that you can add. Obviously don't build the exact same thing. In our case, let's say, we used this Twilio and things to have a video conferencing and things. I think they just had mentioned about video conferencing, that the farmer and expert should be able to connect. So we give the, like, how you are approaching that problem, we told, like, we our solution was, we'll have them have a slot wise system. Like now, if you have seen in, I think, if you go for any doctor booking app or something, I think I forgot the name of the app, like how you book doctors nowadays, you can online, there are slots and you have to book a slot for the doctor. So we kind of thought that we can do something like that. We can have a slot based system so that uh, book help them book. So it depends, like how, what exactly things you are doing for the implementation. I think some of the problems, I agree, there will be very little scope of improvement. But yeah, that's where you need to, innovate and see how you can add anything.
Yeah, like what you can do is there you can make a slide like mentioning about future advancements, and you can just include them. We will build this and that. Like the stage one app will look like this, but in stage two, stage three, we will gradually implement these features. And then, like in the prototype, you can just maybe a separate feature you can show it in a prototype, not entirely built within the app, but a small prototype you can show it as. So regarding these question, I will say ki, see, let's say you're given a technical architecture, but no explanation of what is this architecture, like why the architecture is built like this way. And like if the judges are not able to understand what you're trying to build, your idea can get rejected, right? So I would suggest like don't make it too infographic. Some bit of description should be there, because if you see our PPT that we submitted, there one slide was completely there for like the idea proposed. So there we mentioned about all the features that we are planning to build for both the farmer side and the expert side, and then then we proposed the architecture and followed by all the tools and technologies. So I think don't keep it just infographics, keep some details as well. So over our time, AI didn't exist, but I think like AI should be permitted nowadays, though I'm not sure about it. It will be communicated by the organizers there only. And one thing that you can do just before going to the finale, what everyone did was they almost completed 75 to 80% of their app because in 48 hours it's not possible to build the app, right? And with all the rounds, they will come and ask you to build new features. So overall, you will not be able to build that. So I would suggest build it 80 to 80, 75 to 80%, and then complete the remaining part there. Rishikesh, would you like to add something?
Yeah, I think that's true. Like, mostly have most of the things ready, and what if like the judges mostly don't ask for a very big sense, so mostly should be doable in that time frame. And you would get normally 48 hours is the total hackathon time. I think you take around like at the minimum take have like 24 hours max or 30 hours you will get for the work and some extra work like you will also sleep, you will eat, you will be like there will be like you will have your lunch, there will be presentation, some info sessions here and there. So mm, think like you will work probably 20 to 25 hours maximum. So that's why I was saying uh, keep most of the things ready, and if there are any changes like you should be able to do that there. And if like there, as someone had previously asked, that if we also need to add that change in the ppt or not, that I think is optional because that judges have suggested. So I'll suggest best because the judge, it might vary judge to judge. So ask them if they are suggesting something that we are not have not like incorporated this in our ppt, should we also yeah, give a brief description of the implementation in our ppt. If they say ki, only the implementation is fine, we don't want anything in the ppt, that is good. But if they ask like if their expectation is you have to again add that in the ppt as well, so better to add. So just depending on the situation, just ask them once key should this be added or not, and do likewise. And like whatever fits in the time, try to optimize the time in the finale and see like whatever you can do. Yeah, I think HOD's signature was necessary at our time. So also, yeah, I had to go to Aurobindo Bhavan, I think, to get the signature, if I'm not wrong.
Like getting HOD's signature is simple, right? Like you can just contact the SPOC and he will just tell you about the instructions, like what and when you have to do. Maybe you can just ask your HOD to like like a time when he or she will be available and get the signature.
Yeah,
And programming language, it depends from person to person. Like since you are using Python and Fast API, you can build your backend using Django. Like we were compatible with Node.js and React.js, we build it using that. So
yeah,
but try to find like try to build a team who works on the same technology. It shouldn't happen that one person is working on a different technology and another person is working on a different technology. Or maybe you can try to build a like mixed team, like one person is proficient in AI/ML who will just build an AI model, and the other person will build the application to incorporate the AI model. In our case, we did like that.
yeah.
Regarding the best problem statement, like how to decide, just go through all the problem statements. Like if you're interested in software, obviously go through the software only. Like hardware, you can directly skip and just find like for every problem statement, you can just ask GPT ki what features can I build, and GPT will suggest some ideas. The ideas that you think is the most easy to build or not easy, it's challenging to build because if they're challenging to build, many people might opt out of that problem statement, right? For example, let's say there is a problem statement regarding you have to do something with solar light and convert it into electricity, optimizing the cost. So these kind of problem statements are actually challenging. Like the problem statements presented by ISRO are actually challenging. So if you go through them, you will understand that you can work on them, provided you also are able to come up with a solution. And if it is very simple, like identification of theft and all those, these are easy in nowadays because it's just you have to build a very good deep learning model that will just capture the key from a recording or stuff such. So like there is no hard and fast rule about identifying the problem state. It's just how many like, out of the box features you can build for that problem state.
Yeah, and regarding the PDF, I'm not sure. I have not seen the PDF. I think you can contact Niladri or Shreya or anyone from the team who has idea. So what exactly you can do? Factors, I think, novelty and what innovative solution you have presented. That only mostly should be the idea and how much how easy it will be to implement. Also, as it's a hackathon, they will also probably see the business aspect of it. How, like, will that be beneficial in the long run as a business? So so these things mostly, I think, work out. These things add up. Agniv, if you want to add, you can.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that similarly about like how the innovation will be some aspect, let's say 20%, then your presentation will be 20%, then your working prototype will be 20%. So there is a rubric. At our time, I think they didn't share it with us, but there is a rubric like it is given to every part of it. So yeah, like try to build an innovative solution and a proper working prototype and present it well, the most important part. Yeah, I would say the front end should be the best part. Back end, no one knows what's happening inside the back end, right? If the front end is good, everything is good. Maybe you can just for back end, like you can buy a Claude Pro subscription and ask it to build the backend for you. Doesn't matter. They will not ask you for the code or everything.
Yeah, even if you just build the front end, just be ready if the judges ask, so that you can at least show that the functionality is working fine. Just
Yeah,
that much
that
will
that
be.
is important.
Yeah.
If your question has been missed by anyhow, you can also mention that. So, okay. So, what was your question, Shreya?
I think he asked the PDF, which is the so. What do you know, Niladri or anyone like what uh, are the things that are asked in the registration
I
form?
think we can get that clarified through the SPOC. We'll,
Okay.
we'll let them know. We'll ask them. We'll let them know. Anybody have any other questions that is like related to the technicalities or the yeah?
Yeah, that is
There's
a
one question.
little that is ambiguous, but yeah, that is true, but also depends how good is your solution. Like there is a very tough problem statement, and you just have participated, and your problem, like your solution, is not at all that good. So then also you might get rejected. But yeah, there is a luck based thing ki five teams will selected and there are only four submissions in the problem statement or five submissions. I'm not sure if that can happen or not because nowadays the popularity of SIH has also increased, and with this GPTs and all, more people will be easily be able to build things. So you can expect that more or most of the problem statements will have a high number of submissions. But yes, if you have a, like the ideal scenario is if it's a little difficult problem statement and you are still able to come up with a good approach to solve it with a good okay prototype or uh, ideal like a good prototype for it. At the I'll yeah, obviously it should be better than a very easy problem statement, because if for a very easy problem statement there can be multiple approaches and many teams will be submitting. So ideally true, but given that your implementation is good, I think you can participate. You the first year you like you don't need to win. Just have a go at it. See what you are getting. Like it can be just an experience, and you get to learn what how the process is, and you can again participate second year in third year when you have more exposure, more knowledge of building projects and front and back end systems, AI systems.
I don't think we have any further questions. So I guess we can
Yeah, I think it was great. I'll share the whatever like the materials I showed with you,
yes, yes, yes.
Niladri.
You
I
can
think
share it with me and I'll circulate.
yeah,
Share
yeah.
it with you.
I think that should be good. And any other help, anything? So, just a question. Like this year, are we organizing a hackathon, internal hackathon? Uh,
Yes, yes.
okay, okay. I
From
think
first September,
okay,
we'll
nice,
begin.
nice. So yeah, I think as many of you as you can participate, it should be good. It normally helps in your final year. Like even during my placements, I use that as a resume point, and it helped definitely. Monasteries are we supposed to make?
Yes, there's a lot of people will be participating. There are many more people who are joining through YouTube Live. So
Oh, are we supposed to make a demo video for internal? That I think you should get clarified with the Spock. I would say that he, sir, should be the best person to answer this. Like, what's the expectation? But yeah, I think anyways demo video can be helpful for anybody to understand. If like if you can give just a rough demo video of how the things are working, what all buttons are doing, what's the end-to-end flow, if you can show the demo. But that should not be mandatory. You can check once with Spock. Yeah, thanks for hosting us. It was a great experience. It's always great to be uh, associated with you with anything. Glad to help. If anything more needed, you can just contact me. I think Iladri has my number. Anybody, if you have my number or LinkedIn, you can just drop me a text. I'll try to take a look whenever I'm free.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Yeah, as Rishikesh mentioned, if anyone faces any doubts, you can just drop me a text on LinkedIn. We will be happy to connect and give a reply.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rishikesh and Abnita. Gave us a lot of your time, and it was everyone was really everyone is really thankful to you for your support and the help you have provided. Uh, if anybody has any further doubts, you can ask. You can, and you want to talk to them. I think they'll be happy to help you. So you can ask me for their doubts, and they will share the presentation as well, and whatever they have. So I'll share that with you all. And
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Thank you to both of you. Your advices were really great. I'm actually presenting the prototype and it was very helpful for me. Thank you for your time and advice.
Thanks. Yeah.
I guess we can wrap it up.